back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tashina and I am a homeschooling mama to 3 girls. I have an upcoming 10th grader, a 4th grader, and a kindergartner. If you like all things mama content, homeschooling, some biblical studies, then consider subscribing. In today's video, I am going to be going over my 4th graders curriculum picks. Last week I posted my kindergartners picks, so if you guys are interested in that, I will link that video down below so that you can go and watch it. And I think I'm gonna have my little helper today, Max. He's just gonna take a nap right there. Okay, so first thing that we're going to talk about for my daughter Riley, who is going into the 4th grade, is what we start her day off with, which is this daily devotional, Let Us Pray. I just thought the cover was really cute. I mean, I'm drawn to it, and this is something that I got off of Amazon. And I think it was like around $6. Has cute little quotes from the Bible, and this is what it looks like every single day. So it is the same every day, which I like for her, so she knows exactly what to do. So today's date, the day of the week, dear God, and then it gives you today I thank you for, and you have 3 spots. Today I ask you for, today I'm praying for these people, gives you 3 spots, and Bible verse or story. It also has the part where you can do nighttime before they go to bed if you want to do that. We haven't done that yet. It's only been a week, but we haven't got to that part yet. So I just thought this was really cute, something for them that I want her, my oldest daughter, to start just kind of acknowledging how lucky they really are, and to be grateful and to praise Jesus for that. So this has been really fun. She likes doing that. So something short, simple, we can start her day with. Usually while Riley is doing this and these other couple little things, I'm working with Chloe. So these are things that she can do without me. This other one that I got her off of Amazon is Explode the Code, and I got her the level 3. Just because we realize that she is dyslexic and she just kind of needs to work on certain things. She honestly is doing really good in this. I probably could have got her the level 4, but again, kind of getting back into the swing of school again, I didn't want to hit her with anything like she really had to like work on. I wanted her to just kind of ease back into the school year and not really have to learn anything new. It's just a refresher for her. So this is really good. These are all things that she can do again without me. So I'm having her to where she is starting to learn to read the instructions by herself so she can figure out what they are asking her to do. So again, we're just taking it a little at a time, having her get more familiar with things that she needs to do. This is great work to just keep her mind fresh and on things that we have already worked on. And again, something that she can do without me, which is important when you have multiple children that you are trying to teach. The other thing that she does on her own is the good and the beautiful, just their handwriting. She never did finish this. I don't know, I found it. I must have just forgot about it and just didn't have her finish it. I think this is the level 1. So I'm just having her go ahead and finished the level 1 where she's just tracing, coloring, I am blessed, Bible verses. She'll actually do like a couple of these pages. She loves doing mazes. So just working on handwriting. Again, that's something that she can do on her own. I did purchase her, I think a level 3 or level 4 in this also, but this time I got the downloadable PDF version so that I can use it for Chloe. So now I know that we do really like this. We'll keep using this with my younger daughter Chloe. So now moving forward, I will just buy that PDF version so I can just print it off as needed. Another thing that I'm going to have Riley start doing this year is typing. I had bought this, I think it was last year or the year before, and I've just held on to this. If you've seen any of my videos before, I have a high schooler. She did go to school until the 4th grade, and for some reason I had just forgot that she had already done this in school because I do start it really early. So she was already pretty familiar with this, so I'm gonna break this out this year for Riley to just kind of learn finger placement on the keyboard. I think it goes through typing 3, I think, but just short, quick lessons, tells you all of the keys, just very basic. Let's see, lesson 1, just focusing on these letters, your finger placement, and how to like come back to the resting position. Lesson 8, gonna start to spell these words and learn where that is. So all of this looks great. They're really quick lessons. So I think that will be a good addition for her this year. Not something that we will do every day by any means, but just getting her familiar with where she needs to place her hands on the computer for future reference. Something that we are continuing on with this year is her reading program. We were using the Good and the Beautiful. I can't remember. I think we were on the level 2 when I decided to switch. And that was when I was noticing some dyslexic tendencies because she has just kind of struggled with that. Always wanted to cry, give up really easily. So I switched to this program with All About Reading. And this is level 2, and it has literally been such a blessing for us. You only work on it 20 minutes a day. She has come so far with this program. I mean, leaps and bounds with this program, and I love it. I started her with the level 1 just because I felt like she was missing some pieces, and I really wanted her to get that core foundation. She flew through most of it like really quickly, but again, I would rather do that and make sure she again has that core foundation down than to put her into something where she's kind of struggling. So learned my lesson there. So this is the level 2. They have this little chart that you can put in here, so she just places her sticker until we get done. So we've done a few lessons already this year, probably like a week's worth. So she had done most of this last year, and then we took a summer break, and now she's resuming to finish this out. I have already purchased level 3 of this, so I already have it. So when she's ready, we're ready to move right in. But I set it up like this because it does not come like this. But I think this is like a 2-inch binder that I bought so that I could reuse this for Chloe. and I'll kind of show you what some of the pages look like. They get these little stickers, and there's more than enough of these for that chart so that she can mark off the lesson if she completed a lesson. So her sister Chloe will have some of these to use as well. But again, you only do 20 minutes a day with this, which was really huge for her. And also for me as well, just getting out of that mindset that we have to complete this today, we have to do this whole lesson today, and really that's not doing our kids any good by doing that, or making it worse. So really, I guess when I talk about reading and spelling, I get really passionate about that just because of how far that she's come. Is she on a 4th grade reading level? No. Do I care? No, because she has done so well and come so far, and she would hate reading if I were just forcing her along to do X, Y, and Z that she would be doing in a public school system to meet their criteria. And I have to remind myself that that is the beauty of homeschooling, is we get to really cultivate that love of learning and to go at their own pace. It is okay to not be buying level 4, level 5, or where Timmy and Tommy are. It is just fine. Your child is going to learn. Your child is going to get there. You just work alongside them, let them know that it's okay, that you love them, you've got this, and to just keep going. Because when we resumed back this year, I'm always a little nervous about like the summer slide, and we had a lot going on this particular summer where I didn't do as much as I wanted to do as far as kind of keeping up on reading. But when she picked this back up, it was just like, she got it, she got it. And it just made my mama heart so proud. And I could see that in her too, like, I got this, like moving along, and she's wanting to read things more on her own. And again, if I were to have just really kept pushing her and just like kept driving her to meet, I don't know, the world's quotas on that, she would not want to do any of this. She would be very resistant. And I want her to love to read. Okay, I could go on and on and on about that, but I guess my big takeaway on that is just keep doing what you're doing with your child. You will get there. Do not compare yourself to others. You got this. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. I had done like the prep work, so I go ahead and do all the prep work. I buy the binder, I buy these page protectors, and I put all of one lesson in there. So that way, all I have to do is pull out a sheet. They've got these fun little games that they'll flip over and read the word. And I also have my teacher binder that tells me exactly what to say. So I am not having to figure out, I'm not having to really prep a lesson other than doing those cutouts, anything, like it's just prepped, ready to go. Like you don't have to say anything, which I love. I love that I can just open and go read what it wants me to say to my child, and I know what we're doing. So it does provide you with the manual, and it will tell you how to do the games, how to read this. It'll do all the before, like you can purchase the actual letter tiles. We did the app, so we have the letter tiles app. So it is just so streamless. I love this program, love this program. Just how they lay it out and how my child has just become a reader. It's just really good. So everything you need is in here. for every lesson. I can show you in a little bit how to do each one of these, but each one is perforated, so you'll just tear it out and again cut the pieces that need to go with that and just put it in this page protector. And that way if you have more children, you can use this for future. It's not a one and done type of thing. Also, with the All About Reading, I did purchase their box. This is really sturdy, but this is where they are going to keep all of the cards in here. So everything that they are learning, all of their sounds, words, like for example, this one has a frog on it because it does not follow the rules. We just have to learn and memorize this word. And then it has like future lessons, what you've mastered, what you haven't mastered, what you still need to work on. I highly recommend purchasing this. It has been very handy, so I do recommend purchasing this with this set if you do go ahead and get the set, and I will have that link down below. Again, if you use any of my codes, just remember, thank you so much. What I purchased this year also from them is all about spelling. I have not taken any of this out and set that up, but I will set that up the exact same way that I did this so that we can reuse that in the future. And it comes again with their box. So again, I haven't set any of this up, but it comes with those same type of dividers so that you can see how to divide that. It wasn't recommended just yet for me to put her in the spelling, so I didn't. Just focused on reading. Again, I did not want to overwhelm her, just really wanted her to get comfortable with reading. And it comes with the manual also for us, and this is the level 1. So it was recommended that she's level 2, almost done with this one, to go ahead and start her with level 1, and we'll just start spelling this year. So I'm excited to get her started in that. I know she is too. And that's, I guess, another thing that I want to speak on is she knew she wasn't reading where she should be. And not because, you know, we're homeschooled obviously, but when we go to church and they were doing Awana, things like that, she could tell like she wasn't on grade level. And so she would get nervous, and sometimes she wouldn't want to go to Awana because she didn't want to have to read, sort of thing. So it's not anything that I need to point out to her. I'm the one who needs to be encouraging her, letting her know that it's okay. You've got this, you're growing. One of her things that she had wrote down was, I want to be a good reader. And I'm telling you guys, I cannot speak highly enough about this program. Even if you don't have a struggling reader, it just sets up a good foundation. I love the way they have everything done. The little games that they have is just really cute. You're not actually playing like little games. Those little cutouts, they gotta put it in a certain place, or they get to like feed a monster with it, like if they get the word right, like those types of things, which doesn't take a long time to do, but it makes a difference. It makes her so happy. So I can't recommend this program enough. And again, just to all you mamas out there, just remember to encourage, you got this, go at their pace. They also come with these really nice books. I have one of them, but I think each level comes with 3 books. But these are hardback books, very nice quality books that, you know, I'll get to use for my other child. It's very pretty, colorful. Again, this is on her level, so there's more reading to do. She just read this one. And the other nice thing is whenever she has to read in here, she has a practice sheet of the words that are going to be in that particular story. So when she does have to read, then she's like, "Ugh, we just practice those words and they're in my book." So again, it's just laid out so great. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Next up, I'm going to talk about history. I have come to love the company Generations. Their stuff is so beautifully done, very affordable. I feel like they have sales quite often, and it's just more affordable for me to purchase. And I purchased their history last year for my oldest daughter, and I gave it a try for Riley as well. And so this year I purchased from them again, and this is her student workbook. So taking the Americas for Jesus. Somebody just went out the door. But I did get her level 3. I could have got her level 4 because comprehension is not where the struggle is. However, because we're catching up on the reading level, I am wanting her to become a little bit more independent. So I recommend, if you are considering any company, having any questions whatsoever, I chat with people all the time because I want to make sure that what I am purchasing is the correct product for my child or where they should be. And when I was discussing kind of where we are with reading and so forth, they recommended just like going down a level. So last year she did level 2, now we're in level 3. And she did great. So it just has like a quick, like, week 13, you're gonna study God's word. You usually have a verse. And again, I make copies of this because I learned last year that I really liked it and I want to use it again. And then it has like answering questions, really short, really quick read. I've been reading to her, but again, when we're looking at the worksheets, I want her to start becoming a little bit more independent with doing work. Again, I don't want to overwhelm her. Like, I'm literally sitting with her, so if she needs my help or if I need to like read the question, I'm there to do so. The last thing I want to do is to be like, here, read this, do this, and she's so stressed out at the end of it that she doesn't even want to do it, when in reality she could answer those questions. She might just need a little help and not be so discouraged if I read the questions to her. So again, adjust accordingly. Like, again, you're the mom, you're the parent, you know what's best for your child. But that, it has enrichment projects, so if you want to dive deeper, it has that all laid out for you. Prayer points. It has word, like where you can do the definition so they know what that is. Again, it's just a really quick read of history and how they tie it all back to Jesus. So they're still learning really great things. Let's see, it says scripture memory, fact review, geography exercises. It does have a 1-year lesson schedule, so if you like a schedule, I like a schedule. You can follow that. It has creative enrichment projects, prayer time, and then of course you get the answer key. And I'll just kind of read a little snippet on this so you can kind of understand what it's about. But it says, embark on an epic journey through the American continents in this exciting course, beginning with Noah and the flood and moving forward through time. Learn how the light of Christ's gospel penetrated into the dark lands of North and South America, from the hot, humid jungles of the Amazon River Basin to the frigid, frozen wastelands of the Hudson Bay. The reign of Christ has been made known. So you are learning so much history in this, but again, it ties it back to Jesus. So again, still learning history. I highly recommend that you check out their website. They have some great stuff. All I have used so far are some of their books, which you'll see in my next daughter's video, and their history, but I can attest these are biblically sound, beautiful pictures, and I can't wait to keep using them for all of my daughters. Last up, I'm going to talk about math. Math is something she's been pretty good at. I switched her, we're using the Good and the Beautiful, and then I switched her to this Math with Confidence. I purchased this off of Amazon. Also, there's a part A and there is a part B book, and then they have a really huge instructor guide for us, but it literally again has everything laid out on how to teach it and so forth. I love the Good and the Beautiful. Sometimes I found us skipping the games instead of it being like a quick 1 to 2 minute game. They could really last, like the games could really last a little bit longer than what I wanted it to, and really all she wanted to do was like show me what I need to do and I want to get it done, like I want to go play. So that's why I switched over to this, because it has the review. You start with the review, learn something new, and then you kind of, I think the third page is kind of do it on your own than what you had learned. So it's 3 pages, but it's very quick, to the point. The page isn't full. I think it's the right amount. As far as multiplication goes, I have a couple of different things actually, because we had used the Good and the Beautiful. I do have these cards from them to do, which I have not done yet. I was actually going to take a break from doing the actual workbook so that we can just kind of take a breather and work on our facts. So I have this from the Good and the Beautiful, which is the musical multiplication. So there is a set. So this is something I already had. So set A, B, C, D. So we have not used this yet. Nor have any of my other children. I had just purchased this with the workbook, and then I decided to go a different direction for her. So this had actually come with that, or I had purchased it with that unit study. And the other multiplication one that I had bought for my oldest daughter, something that she was, I think, 8th grade, and something I started realizing was she did not have her multiplication facts down at all. So I purchased her times tables, and like within that, it's all like story. They're little figures, and each time that you see like a figure in the story, you know that it ties to a particular number. And like she got it down like that, and so she was like, every time, like 6 times 3 or whatever, she was like, I can recall that story and the numbers, and I automatically know the answer. So I have that as well. So I'm gonna just kind of try out both and see which one that she likes, because I already have both. It's nothing new that I need to purchase. But before we move on with the workbook, and I know that they kind of like build up to that, but then I kind of feel like it moves fast. So that's where I want to pause. I don't want to rush her, but focus on these facts before we move forward and get those down. So stay tuned to see which one we end up liking, if we end up liking the musical multiplication, or if she ends up liking the times tables. All right, lastly is space science. So this is from The Good and the Beautiful as well. I had purchased this, again, didn't use it, so I'm going to be using that this year. There are some things I can kind of get a little carried away with and purchasing, and it can just kind of sit there on my shelf. So I'm trying to make sure that things that I have purchased, I am using it before I purchase something new. So I did the space science for her, and then I saw that they had come out with a space science for the littles. So I am going to include Chloe, my kindergartner, in on this so that she can kind of listen, but the activity book for her is more kind of like color sheet fun based. But that's what we are going to dive into this year. I'm super excited to do the planets. If you follow me on my Instagram page, we had just watched a documentary about NASA, Nichelle Nichols, which I had no idea about any of that. So I love to incorporate fun documentaries or movies, and that just kind of tied into this as well. I do have the read alouds for this. So I've got the Mars book and the Mae Jemison. So I have this book also for us to get through. I'm sure we will move through this, and I'll need to get a new unit study. But when I get there, I'll let you know. I'll come out with another video and kind of what we thought about the space science. KiwiCo has a really cute box that I want to get that goes along with space science. So I thought that that would be a fun project for us to incorporate as well. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope that it was encouraging to you that you are right where you are supposed to be. I will leave all the links to all of this below, everything that I can link. And if you love content like this, please give this video a thumbs up and consider sticking around. My next video will be over my 10th graders curriculum, and then I will have a video coming out for our morning basket or our Bible studies also. So I hope that you stick around. Until next time, bye.
I feel like I've been